Federation, my boss and the boss of all bosses, Boss Mustafa, the head of service, permanent secretaries, DGs of parastatals, especially those under the Ministry of Information and Culture. At this point, I would please want to rely on the very expertly established protocol which has been laid by the MC. I want to start my speech by, first of all, expressing our deep appreciation to the special guest of honor, the Secretary of Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, for prioritizing this particular event. I know only too well how busy he is, especially on a Monday, and I know that it is because of the importance he's attached to this program, that is why he's here today. We are very grateful. It is indeed my honor and my privilege to welcome the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Honorable Ministers present and their representatives, permanent secretaries, heads of government agencies, directors, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the National Youth Service Corps, and students here present to the Nigeria's at 60 photo exhibition. The exhibition with the theme 60 Years of Our Togetherness is part of events to mark Nigeria's year-long Diamond Jubilee Independent Anniversary, as approved by Mr. President, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari. Celebration, which commenced on the 1st of October 2020, will terminate on 30th September this year. The theme of the photo exhibition, which I believe is the very first event in kicking off this year's celebration, has been carefully chosen to reflect the unity of this great country in the past 60 years and even before then, despite its diverse cultures, traditions, practices, languages, and challenges. Like other countries in the world, it is an incontrovertible fact that Nigeria, over the years, has gone through challenging times. But we must not miss the fact that its resolve to remain as one individual entity has remained unshaken. To this end, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, through the Ownership Subcommittee of Nigeria's 60 project, is using the opportunity provided by the Independence Anniversary celebration to organize a photo exhibition that will deliver information and educate many of us, especially our youth, who need a reawakening voyage into the historical and unique heritage of our great country and the secrets behind our unity. This photo exhibition, therefore, is organized to serve as a poignant reminder of significant events in the annals of this great country and how they have shaped the country, ensured peaceful coexistence, patriotism and determination, culminating in our greatness and development. Ali, you are disturbing the unity of Nigeria. For those who did not witness Nigeria's independence in 1960, particularly the students, they can at least look at the photos of pre-independent Nigeria. The independence proper itself, post-independence era, leaders who fought for our independence, and an idea of the struggle for freedom from colonialism, and a mental picture of how the situation was then, which gives hope that whatever challenges we may be facing today, we will surmount them and have a strong, united, peaceful, and prosperous country. The exhibition of today captures 6 decades and beyond. As a matter of fact, the exhibition actually captures the pre-independence days of Nigeria. It captures footprints of Nigeria's political leaders and 60 years of labor of our heroes past in ensuring the country's unity and peace. It tells Nigeria's 60-year story in pictures and in pictorial form, delivering a photographic presentation of Nigeria's icons. In addition, you will view programs for national integration, such as the National Youth Service Corps program, photos of intertribal marriages, creation of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, popular artists, both old and young, that are well known across the nation and international community, our collective achievements in the area of sport, which, as you all are aware, has acted as a strong unifying force. Ancient and modern fashion attires, hairstyles, Nigerian cuisine that we love to eat, irrespective of what tribe you belong to, tourist attractions and festivals, as well as Nigerians in diaspora and their achievements, just to mention a few. I wish, therefore, to use this opportunity to encourage everyone here, especially the youth, to spend time to view and savor this significant photo exhibition, to get acquainted with our political, social, cultural, and historical legacies. The exhibition will be open to the general public and run from today, Monday, 20th of September, to Thursday, 23rd September. Arrangements has also been made for students within the FCT to view the exhibition within this period. I want to take this opportunity before I conclude to thank the SGL for accepting to accompany me and my staff to the Information Department, Research and Documentation, where we have thousands of negatives chronicling Nigerian history. These negatives need to be preserved and they need to be digitized. Because God forbid there's any fire today or any flood today, we are going to lose these thousands of negatives, without which the history of this country will not be complete. Once again, I welcome you all, Your Excellencies, and all that distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and I thank you all for your kind attention.
The SGF, our own boss, Mustafa, the Honorable Minister, permanent secretaries, directors, chief executives of government agencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I indeed am very honored and delighted to be here this morning to the opening of this exhibition in commemoration of the 1-year celebration of the Nigerian Diamond Jubilee anniversary. Like we all know, anniversaries give us an opportunity and a reminder of important events, and it enables us, the celebrants, to devote some time to take stock and appreciate the importance of what we're celebrating. In other words, anniversaries provide time for us to look back at where we have been and to look forward and plan for the frontiers of the future. And that is why we're all here today. In this continued celebration of Nigeria's 60th independence anniversary, indeed the Diamond Jubilee, it is symbolic also that throughout history, diamonds have been known for their strength and beauty. They are considered the stone of champions and choice stones to symbolize a loving relationship. In addition, and perhaps most instructively, it is believed that the illumination and reflection of a diamond will inspire imagination and ingenuity in its wearer. They also represent strength, fortitude, and courage through their invincibility, having the power to withstand great pressure and to drive away bad energy or failure. Ladies and gentlemen, these above qualities are no doubt depictive of our journey as a nation and how God has helped us through all the pressures and challenges in the last 60 years, to weather the storms of adversity and to evolve as a strong and united nation. That is why it is gratifying to see that the photo exhibition will feature photographs of events that traverse virtually all facets of our history and how they have defined our existence and resilience as a people and nation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we know that pictures, photographs, paintings have been used over time as a means of communication to effectively record and disseminate information about the world, humanity, and our heritage, and preserve and extend knowledge and understanding of the same across generations. That is why I implore all of us that are here today to make the best use of this opportunity to go through all the pictures that have been displayed so that we can learn from our very, very rich history. We also, as we go through the exhibition, we must understand that pictures speak to us. So we need to take time as we go through each picture to listen to what our forefathers, our heroes of the past, have to say to us, even as we move forward in our nation. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, permit me to inform that also as an institution, just as old as our country, Nigeria, the civil service is also currently learning from our antecedents so as not to repeat the mistakes of the past, and by God's grace, we shall succeed together. One thing we have recognized is that to survive and thrive, particularly at these times, government institutions must not only continuously innovate to be able to accomplish strategic objectives, but must re-engineer with the right leadership mindset, collaboration, and culture to deliver on institutional goals. Therefore, I wish to reiterate that the Nigerian civil service is on course for transformation by putting in place mechanisms and structures to attain global best practices towards improved service delivery and good governance, because we recognize that this fundamentally affects the well-being of all citizens and also the socio-economic development and stability of the country. As I conclude my remarks, I must appreciate the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, and other members of the team for the excellent job done in chairing the Interministerial Committee on a low-key, very inclusive and exotic 60th Independence Anniversary celebrations, which has been a year-long celebration. I wish to also commend the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture under the leadership of the Honorable Minister, my own big brother, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, for hosting this event, and also to commend his team, the Permanent Secretary and directors. This is a very, very good beginning to the end of the celebrations. Hitherto, we have allowed the story of our history and existence to be told and interpreted for us, especially from a lopsided and distorted point of view. So I'm persuaded that the exhibition is a very good step in the right direction of correcting this anomaly, and to also inspire us all to revive a deeper sense of nationhood, unity of purpose, and heritage. I wish us all a memorable tour of the exhibition and God's blessings upon us, and most especially on the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Speak for 2 minutes. We will appreciate if you agree to speak. Thank you. God bless you.
The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Head of Service, Civil Service of the Federation, the Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Permanent Secretaries here present, Directors General and Chief Executives of hospitals here present, members of the Diplomatic Corps, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First of all, sirs, I wish to extend the apologies of my Honorable Minister, Otumba Richard Ni Adebayo, who is the chairman of the subcommittee on ownership of the Interministerial Committee of Nigeria as 60 project. He would have loved to be here in person, but moment he is outside the country attending to another national assignment. So he sent me to represent him and read his speech as follows. A remark by the chairman of the ownership subcommittee, Otumba Richard Ni Adebayo, Honorable Minister of Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, at the opening ceremony of the Nigeria at 60 photo exhibition to commemorate the Diamond Jubilee celebration holding on 20th September 2021 at the National Press Center, Abuja. It is indeed a great pleasure to welcome you all to this important occasion of photo exhibition as one of the activities lined up to commemorate the Nigeria at 60 Diamond Jubilee celebration. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I remind us that during the inauguration of the Interministerial Committee of Nigeria at 60 project last year, various committees were put in place for the implementation of programs for the celebration. Among the subcommittees is the Ownership Subcommittee, which I chair, with members including ministers of the Federal Capital Territory, ministers of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Ministry of Information and Culture, Federal Ministry of Mines and Steel, Honorable Minister, Federal Ministry of Transportation, Honorable Minister of State Ministry of Petroleum Resources, Governor of Central Bank, Director General, National Orientation Agency, and the Director, Public Affairs and Bilateral Relations of the Office of the SGF as the Secretary. However, because of the busy schedule of the Honorable Ministers, a working group made up of senior officials of the ministries and agencies was constituted to handle the implementation process of the activities involved. However, because of the business schedule of the Honorable Ministers, a working group made up of the senior officials of the ministries and agencies was constituted to handle the implementation process of the activities involved. A unique feature of the Ownership Committee is the fact that it was assigned the responsibility of organizing a series of activities that commenced since October 2020 to be concluded in September 2021. While activities of the other committees ended within the month of celebration last year. As a way of recap, the mandate of the Ownership Subcommittee includes to encourage the private sector participation and citizens buy-in of the 60th anniversary celebration, to engender Nigerian entrepreneurs to produce local content and memorabilia, identify programs to be sponsored by private organizations involved, define procedures for incorporating the private sector-led activities into the overall celebrations, undertake any activity consistent with the valorizing the 60th anniversary celebrations, and co-opt any organization in the public and private sector deemed necessary to undertake the task of the committee. May I inform the invited guests and general public that the working group had developed a year-long activities for the Ownership Subcommittee and implemented the following activities so far. Production of airing of a TV documentary on Nigeria's industrialization journey in the last 60 years and still counting. An exhibition of made in Nigeria products in collaboration with Business Visa and Training Company Limited. A showcase of local dances indigenous to the people of each 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria, showcase of local cuisines in 3 special episodes of Diamond Dishes on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority, and essay competition among Nigerian youths between ages 15 to 39 on the theme Nigeria Yesterday, Today and Tomorrow, anchored by the Federal Capital Territory Administration in collaboration with the private sector operator Total IT Solution and E-Library Limited. May I also inform you that the subcommittee has reached the climax of preparations to embark on the remaining activities of the celebration of Nigeria at 60, which include an album made in Nigeria trade fair and exhibition in collaboration with Red Sapphire, and a Nigeria at 60 special awards ceremony in collaboration with Say It Loud, to recognize and honor 60 exceptional Nigerians who have made significant contributions to the growth of the Nigerian economy coming up on 26th and 30th September, respectively. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are here today courtesy of the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture to witness and showcase the pictorial history of our country with diverse tribes and languages coexisting in unity since 1960 to date. The Nigeria at 60 photo exhibition displays Nigeria's story of 6 decades. It reminds us of Nigeria's independence, footprint of the Nigerian leaders, and the 60 years of the labor of our heroes past towards ensuring the country's unity, peace, and progress. At this juncture, may I commend the members of the subcommittee and the working group for their tireless efforts in entirely seamless flow of events. You will agree with me that the celebration of Nigeria at 60 Diamond Jubilee has been a memorable one, which will ever be cherished. I wish you happy viewing, God bless, and long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Our special guest of honor for today, Boss Mustafa, the SJ, please.
The Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, permanent secretaries, heads of government agencies and parastatals, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, our students and members of the National Youth Service Corps gathered here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press. Before I deliver my address, let me just advise all of you that are wearing your mask and the mask does not cover your nose and your mouth, it is as good as not wearing any mask. And the reality of COVID-19 should dawn on each and every one of us, that we are not out of the woods yet. So my sincere advice to all of us here is that we should properly wear our mask. In addition to that, if you have not been vaccinated, please ensure that you get your vaccine, because very soon we will be imposing vaccine mandate in government establishments and functions, and also on civil servants and public officers. Having said that, it is now my pleasure and delight to be invited as a special guest of honor at the opening ceremony of this photo exhibition as part of the climax of activities to commemorate Nigeria's Diamond Jubilee as an independent nation. I want to use this opportunity to commend the members of the Ownership Subcommittee for putting effect into our one-year celebration of Nigeria's 60th independence anniversary. From October 2nd, 2020, till today, and continuing up to September 30th, 2021, the subcommittee had lined up programs that ensure we did a one-year celebration evenly spread throughout the intervening period. The significance of such a photo exhibition is that it is expected to pictorially display the several developmental strides Nigeria has undertaken in its journey from independence to date. As a country, we have witnessed several changes in the system of government, from the parliamentary system at independence to the presidential system that we are currently operating. In between, Nigeria also experienced and survived a number of military incursions into government from the 1960s up to 1999. At the moment, we are enjoying over 20 years of civil rule in the Fourth Republic, the longest ever in the history of this country. Nigeria as a country has equally witnessed several changes in the headship in governance from independence to date. From a prime minister and a ceremonial president at independence through the military heads of state and now executive presidents. All this capture the story of governance in Nigeria over the last 60 years. Of course, like every nation, we've had our own challenging times, but we survived them on the strength of our rich culture, dynamic population, with over 250 ethnic groups, and ever-resilient spirit. In spite of our diversity in culture and language, we remain one strong and indivisible country. This unity in our diversity has been aptly captured in the theme of the Diamond Jubilee celebration, Together, which emphasizes the promotion of social cohesion, national values, through the impartation and adoption of civic and communal values that promote good character, patriotism, empathy, hard work, and self-reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, this photo exhibition has been put together to remind us of our rich history, and especially to tell the story of Nigeria for the benefit of majority of our youth who have been exposed to bias and incorrect rendition of past happenings in the country. For these young Nigerians, this exhibition would act as a way of imparting knowledge in form of an informative and pictorial preservation of Nigeria's leaders who have contributed to achieving its purpose of unity in diversity. As you go through this exhibition stands, showcasing our rich cultural heritage and the values that define us as a nation, you will then be able to appreciate the more that together we would always be greater than the sum of individual parts. I therefore want to encourage you to undertake a tour of this stands. Appreciate our great heroes and heroines who have contributed in no small way and measure to our unity as a nation. And most importantly, commit to playing your part in strengthening the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is therefore my singular honor and privilege to declare open this photo exhibition as part of activities to celebrate Nigeria's 60th independence anniversary, which would be a prelude to our celebration of the 61st anniversary coming for very, very soon. I want to thank you for your kind attention, and I say, God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you. This day to commence a tour of the photo exhibition stand to the honor of God and for the reflections of our very rich and endowed history. Thank you.
Now that the tape is cut,
This was the women police. The two terminals. So there was regimentation.
No pushing, no pushing.
This is the all we're not very many. So here we enter the period. Let's be going. When you go far, you get space to slap. Let's So this gentleman, yeah, that's the podium. So this gentleman who is late now was the one Commodore. He was elected at this time, but he retired as Commodore in the Nigerian Navy. He lowered his late dad was So we have Robertson and the Princess Alexandra. These were the events of October 1, 1914. And you can see the way woman dressed and the little child. They also had dresses to mark that as it is customary with us. The Italian government. She was reading her dress. This was at the podium in Trafalgar Square. Nigerians in London too celebrated October 1. And this was the lights of gun salute. Part of the pictures of the Marina House, which later changed. Yeah, let's move on. And then so on independence, an old typewriter and the use of lucids. The one, I mean, Nnamdi Azikiwe and Ahmadu Bello on the state visit, inspection of guards, his family, and then at the graduation at the University of Nigeria. So we also have the Prime Minister. These are several activities of this. So now we move into the regions. It's Ahmadu Bello, the premier of the north, and some of his assistants and some of the activities. Okay. Back. We also have Chief of Government sorry. You kill him. Yeah, man.
having turned 60 and soon to turn 61 in about 10 days' time. Despite challenges, we have continually moved up in these years, and even now, we are seeking to be greater. We deserve it, and we will make it, as exemplified by our resolve to continue to forge ahead as a one indivisible nation. This year's photo exhibition is again providing that historic platform to showcase and appreciate Nigeria through the ages and as a country of beautiful colors and tones. It is aimed at strengthening and deepening the understanding of our unity and diversity, as well as the socio-economic era prevalent from 1960 to date.
Which you find out